Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Nutrition assistance could grind to a halt starting tomorrow.
Also tonight, the Association of Pacific Island Legislatures acknowledged nuclear fallout.
And a candy a day makes the dentist say, yay! Happy Halloween.
And in sports, paddlers are back from the annual Outrigger Cup with the hardware in tow.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Your search for unbeatable internet speeds is over. Visit Docomo Pacific today and sign up for as low as $60 a month so you can experience our fast, reliable internet speeds for yourself. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Say howdy to the new Buffalo Ranch sauce with its tangy creaminess and its creamy tanginess. It's your chicken's perfect partner, only at McDonald's.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Hafaday, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on October 31st from our studios high up on Capitol Hill.
Food benefits through the Federal Nutrition Assistance Program will be suspended beginning November 1 due to the ongoing federal government shutdown.
The SNAP office began issuing new debit-style electronic benefit transfer cards to SNAP recipients here in the Commonwealth, but officials say that while the cards are in hand, it appears no funds will be loaded onto them starting tomorrow, November the 1st, until the shutdown ends and Congress resumes appropriations. In the CNMI, the figure impacted is thousands of households. Over 14,000 individuals are covered by the NAP program and stand to be affected if the shutdown worsens. In addition, the federal United States Department of Agriculture has informed territorial governments that if they use local funds to continue benefits during the shutdown, they will not be reimbursed by the federal government. The uncertainty has many households here scrambling. Local officials say that while the mechanics of benefit distribution have been set up, including the new cards, the funding stoppage means many families may find themselves without access to critical food aid until Washington resolves the budget impasse. This morning, bags of canned goods were being distributed to those waiting for the new debit-style cards. How many people have you handed out to today?
I think 500 plus or almost.
500?
Yes.
How many bags do you have?
We have almost 1,000 here.
Recipients today unsure about what's to come. A visit to the USD website gives users a message that has drawn a formal complaint about the disparaging language. It reads in part that Senate Democrats have now voted 12 times to not fund the food stamp program, also known as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Bottom line, the well has run dry. At this time, there will be no benefits issued November 1st. What have you heard or what are you...
But I hear... other people, they said November, nothing puts down.
What will you guys do if you don't get the benefits in November? How will you...
Very sad.
Yeah. Any plans? Like, are you going to do anything to try and...
Yeah, I'm going to try maybe plant vegetable in my backyard.
Have you heard anything about it? or?
I heard that there is no money for the next month.
Yeah. How will that affect your family? What will you guys do?
There's nothing like this alone.
If the benefits don't come out next month, that people are kind of relying on, how do you see that affecting life on Saipan?
I think it's either we go back to farming and livestock, go back to the old ways, or it's going to be chaos. It's going to be a lot of crime. Yeah, so I hope that doesn't happen though. Or we can come together as a community and help each other out, build farms and plant, even livestock, stuff like that.
From a national standpoint, the disruption of SNAP benefits in territories like the CNMI reflect a wider risk. The nationwide program serves roughly 42 million Americans.
Day 2 of the Association of Pacific Island Legislatures gets personal. On Day 2, in the Hibiscus Room at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Garapan, the work of enacting legislation that affects all of the islands of the Blue Continent continues. Between 1946 and 1958, the United States conducted 67 nuclear weapons tests in the Marshall Islands, primarily at Bikini and Eniwetok Hinueva atolls. As well, nuclear waste from test sites in Nevada were delivered to the Marshalls to be disposed of. Senator Jack Eating of the Marshall Islands.
I lost my mom from complication of thyroid cancer, and I also lost my father from pancreatic cancer. And I believe these are all diseases as a result of the nuclear testing program.
Senator David Anatox of the Marshall Islands.
Well, it's a long history and painful one at that, but it's also a story of hope and resiliency regarding the U.S. nuclear testing programs. Close to about some 80 years ago, 67 atmospheric nuclear were tested upon the Marshall Islands, and the impacts are equivalent to about 7,000 Hiroshima bombs.
And that is still affecting you today?
And to this day, and we are projecting for many generations to come. It's why we are indeed continuing to talk with whoever is willing to listen and share the story, because it's one that connects us, especially here in the Micronesia region. Well, essentially, as right now in the Association of Pacific Island Legislatures, we just adopted 2 resolutions to carry on the legacy of this nuclear testing program, to address the consequences of the effects of nuclear, anything from environmental damage to remediation to health and generational impact. And here in CNMI, we understand the island's Atinian was also part of this nuclear test or activities, as we understand the history of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yes.
And this all connects us, so we have to stay in solidarity to address this together.
And on Thursday, upon the completion of the legislative session, a group of representatives navigate their way to 500 Sails, where they share in the original source of travel between islands of the Blue Continent.
We passed a resolution requesting the president to form some kind of a committee so that we can work as a team, regionally speaking, to address the problem that we've been facing all these years, the nuclear legacy. So we're so fortunate that we got the support of everybody.
And just as the Association of Pacific Island Legislatures enacts a resolution for executive recognition of the ramifications of nuclear testing. And despite a comprehensive nuclear test ban treaty agreed to in the mid-1990s, the U.S. President has ordered the United States now titled Department of War to resume nuclear testing. Mr. Trump claims, quote, "With others doing testing, I think it's appropriate that we do also." This being said, despite the fact that the last recorded nuclear test was made by North Korea in 2017.
In our next story, to those who served, both service member and families alike, you're being called to attention. Leading into Veterans Day 2025, a couple of events are announced for veterans and their families to join in on. Executive Officer Jose Crisostomo says an All Souls Day event will be held this Sunday.
In conjunction, there's going to be two masses there, one at the Veteran Cemetery and the other one at the same time going to be at the public cemetery, the next door. So that's this coming Sunday, November 2nd at 12 noon.
Crisostomo says water and chairs will be provided. Small wreaths, flower arrangements, and candles are all welcomed. He reminds families of the standards according to the Veteran Cemetery policy.
Just remember now that after 5 days we have to remove it. So if you want to come back and pick that up, you can come back before the 5th day, or on that 5th day, come back and pick it up.
On Monday, November 3rd, a proclamation signing will be held at the Governor's Conference Room at 1:30 p.m. Crisostomo invites veterans and their families to attend.
Hopefully, I'm hoping the families will come too, so they'll see and kind of network with other veterans or other families that shows up. I want the families to come.
Veterans Day celebration is forthcoming.
Coming up, Diego Benavente is awarded by the Association of Pacific Island Legislatures.
And dancing, singing, cooking, and crafting the Marianas way. Stay with us. Trick or treat!
Trust between service provider and customer is important because it forms the foundation for a long-term positive relationship. Trust influences everything from customer satisfaction to loyalty to community relationships.
Customers provide feedback on the services they receive from us, and their experience is our success.
I recommend Docomo Pacific to a lot of people, especially if you game. If you're like me, who live basically around the internet, they really, Docomo does really care for those who are their customers.
Honestly, from where I work at, I'm a customer service, and customer service is big for me, and they meet our expectations.
One of the positives of being a Docomo customer is the service. For us as a restaurant, we focus a lot on customer service, and it's nice to see, Docomo doing the same thing.
It's clear that they've been working to deliver more value for local businesses like ours. When their internet works consistently, it fades into the background, and that's how it should be.
Say howdy to the new Buffalo Ranch sauce with its tangy creaminess and its creamy tanginess. It's your chicken's perfect partner, only at McDonald's.
Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go.
Welcome back. You're watching the Friday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
Diego Benavente, former CNMI Lieutenant Governor, former Speaker of the House, and a longtime member of the Association of Pacific Island Legislatures, returns to the Assembly after declining further critical medical treatment. Mr. Benavente returns to the APIL General Assembly to receive this recognition of honor.
So on behalf of the APIL, the people of the CNMI, and the Pacific, we present this to you in honor and appreciation. So just Masi, and thank you in all the tongues here in Micronese and Pacific.
You know, I think most of you have heard my immediate health challenge. And after deciding not to proceed with the treatment, which would have taken a long time, far away from here, and the certainty of the quality of life that I will be returning, I made sure that the decision that I made was to actually spend whatever it is, whether it's 2 months, 3 months, that I have left here on the islands to spend with family and friends. For me, it was important that I come up and thank every one of you, all of my friends from throughout the region, for the opportunity to work with all of you, and to thank you personally. And again, what a blessing, right? Not too many people have that opportunity to be able to say to your faces, Jesús Masi, thank you. And I can only wish and hope that everyone continues to strive for the welfare of the people of the entire region here in Micronesia and the North Pacific. So, Mr. Speaker, and all the members, on behalf of my wife, Ricky, and the family, thank you so much.
From singing to dancing to crafting and more, the youth of the CNMI, their parents, and educators celebrate indigenous culture and heritage of the Marianas. The inaugural Chamorro Carolinian Language Heritage Cultural Festival was held at Garapan Elementary School on Saturday. Public School System Commissioner Lawrence Camacho.
It may be cloudy, but it is a beautiful, bright day for all of us, Carolinian, Chamorro, and anybody else who wants to celebrate the beautiful culture that we have here, as indigenous as they are. This is it. We are people from this place, and we want to make sure that we celebrate it, we revive it. Right? There's this renaissance and how we want to kind of make sure that we're bringing it back up, right? And it starts from the kids.
The event included a muar or corona station with participants deep into the creative process, a bead-making station with students from Marianas High School.
So here we're representing the Carolinian culture on making the usos. They call it usos. Today they're here to demonstrate how to make simple bits like bracelets, rings, necklace, and keychain.
On the other side of the lawn, an area where kids use paint to color leaves and an artist teaching kids how to sketch.
So I teach the kids how to draw the facial of a person. Then, yeah, they draw one by one all the parts of the body.
Traditional natural medicine is presented by a healer describing the different plants and its uses.
What it does, it repairs. It repairs and puts you back into balance. Okay? And it's all natural. So God created all these for us to use. We have to use them.
The Manamco Center showcased traditional cooking passed down generations.
In Saipan, there's 2 seasons of breadfruit. First, we collect, we cook. Second, we collect, we make. First and second. We make this, we peel it, and then we clean it. We put in a pot, a big pot, and then it turned out to be very soft. How long do we preserve? It can go by 3 years.
Up to 3 years?
Yes. Then we change again. If we want, we change again. But we don't waste no breadfruit.
The event held live cooking demonstrations with samples to share.
I'm making buñuelos letsinizok.
This is an old dessert for Chamorro and Carolinian. They use natural ingredients, for example, like coconut milk.
Camacho says that this event was possible through the many partnerships with PSS, and the hope is to continue the tradition and teachings.
This vision was so that we provide the experiential learning opportunity for students. Because what they learn in the classroom space, I'm sure the teachers want them to be practicing when they leave the classroom. But when they're not practicing and they're coming back and they continue to learn, we want to then be the ones to be providing them that opportunity to practice. That's called experiential learning.
Experiential learning activities were demonstrated in the morning and transitioned to performances in the afternoon. A daughter sings an original song written by her mother.
She's basically talking about how they came across a problem, and then she's expressing her feelings for my dad.
Performances continue into the evening, the local kids beaming with pride as they share the indigenous culture of the Marianas.
Beautiful story, Sakura. The Halloween festival is said to have originated as an ancient Celtic festival called Samhain. It marks the end of the harvest and the onset of the death of winter. The tradition of All Saints' Day merged with Celtic, Roman, and Christian traditions, leading up to what we know as Halloween, a celebration of childhood, imagination, and the magic powers of candy. While the younger children of all ages begin celebrating early in the day, please know that the Saipan Halloween isn't over until ever since. There's an actual partial schedule of events that continue well after our broadcast tonight. The Tanapag Youth Center will be candying until 7 p.m. Spicy Thai Noodle will be ghouling until 7:30. The Coblerville Youth Center will be ghosting until 9 p.m. And the Garapan Fishing Base will be sour patching until 9. And oh yes, Godfather's Beach Bar will be bubbling till 9, and Godfather's Garapan will be jello-shotting until the skinny lady, Jazz, loses her voice.
Coming up in sports, back from Belau, Marge Simpson and Bart meet the Va'a paddlers of Saipan. Next, stay with us.
From sunrise to sunset, Saipan is full of adventure. On the water, in the water, and on the land. But wherever you are during the day, when the sun begins to set, there's only one place to be. Godfather's Beach Bar at Micro Beach. The place where locals and visitors come to play, make friends, and make memories. Turn the perfect Saipan day into the perfect Saipan night at Godfather's Beach Bar, and bring your best lines.
I'm gonna make you an offer that you can't refuse.
What?
Come join the family at Godfather's Beach Bar, where sunsets, laughs, and legendary nights all come together.
Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake. Or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, dessert, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style.
At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Buenas sports fans.
Cowabunga, dudes!
It's Buenas sports fans. Two NMI teams get their paddles wet in the waters of Belau. Let's take a look.
Wet!
Va'a paddlers are back from competing in the 2025 Micronesia Cup. Commonly known as Micro Cup, the event was first organized in Guam in 1999. As the cup expanded into a regional canoe race, Saipan and Belau came on board as co-hosts. The competitions rotate between the three islands, and this year, Belau is hosting. Saipan Paddling Club coach Justin Andrews says two local clubs set out to represent the NMI.
I think overall we represented CNMI very well. Both clubs went there and represented Saipan Paddling Club and Marianas Pacific Paddlers.
12 paddlers from SPC and 16 paddlers from MPP represented in V1 and V6 sprints through this past weekend in a 3-day competition.
It's a mix of veterans, but I think we have a larger number of paddlers who are first-time microcuppers. So it's really good to have them compete, kind of get into the microcup competition. Just get better that way.
A total of 18 outrigger canoe teams from Guam, Marshall Islands, Hawaii, the state of Washington, Palau, and NMI participated. This year, only qualifying teams were able to race in the distance race, and both NMI teams were not able to make it.
Actually, a very stiff competition. It's one of the micro cups we have that teams from Hawaii came down and from Seattle came in, and so it was a really good a mix of experienced paddlers and new paddlers, and for us to see what's out there from the visiting teams, I think that really helps us a lot, just improve our game that way.
In V1 competitions, Tyler Andrew placed first in the junior boys division, Janisha Dubral placed third in open women's division, and Joe Weaver placed third in men's masters division. In V6 women's sprints, SPC came in second for the 500-meter race and third for the 1,000-meter race. In open mixed sprints, MPP came in sixth for 500-meter race and SPC came in second for the 1,000-meter race. A total of 6 podium standings and a whole lot of heart.
I'd like to do a shout out to all our fans over here. I know they were cheering for all of us while we were competing out there, and thank all the supporters who were able to come together and get us down to Belau and back. Both teams really represented well, so shout out to coaches and athletes from those clubs, Sapman Paddling Club and Marianas Pacific Paddlers. And our federation, I know they're very supportive and keep cheering on our teams down there representing CNMI. So thanks to everybody. Thank you. And happy to be back.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with a 30% chance of your Halloween costume getting wet. Low temperatures will be around 78 degrees, still a little warm for Dracula, but a perfectly delightful temperature for Tarzan or Jane. Tomorrow, Saturday, will be leftover candy. Continued seasonally mild weather with a 30% chance of rain and temperatures ranging from highs of 87 in the day and dropping to 78 degrees after nightfall. The National Weather Service forecasts Sunday to have a 50% chance of rainfall, perfect for you vampires to coffin away for the day. The sun has set at 5:48 p.m. and will rise again tomorrow morning at 6:13 a.m., just in time to take off whatever costume you fell asleep in, maybe shower, then get back into bed. And I will see you, whenever that might be, in the water or on the land.
Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Thank you for joining us, CNMI.
We'll see you again on Monday.